Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Firm. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Listeners should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you get released. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
Dreams, I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. The men with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This ain't my love. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's Prison Radio. Prison Radio.
And welcome to the Prison Show. Tonight is Friday. What day is it? The 26th, I think. Isn't it the 26th? Yes, it is. It's Friday the 26th. And y'all, some stuff has happened this week. Some good stuff, some maybe good stuff. There's a hand. I think.
I can't turn her up. You turn your volume up. You got headphones on. I already checked the Facebook. Facebook's great.
Okay. All right. So we're just checking to make sure y'all will be able to hear us later.
We don't like gremlins.
The gremlins adore us, though. They just adore us. I'm here to tell you. All right. So this week, quite a few things happened. One, and I did ask his permission to mention his case on the air tonight. Michael Newberry was granted, or the Supreme Court granted his petition. So, you know, kudos to you. We all know that you still have a long ways to go, because just because Supreme Court grants something does not mean that it's automatically you're gonna get released. But it is about withholding evidence. So make sure, if you are able, check out his the ruling, Supreme Court. I did email those to quite a few people on death row, so be on the lookout if you haven't received it. And me, Gloria, and Joy went to the Correctional Managed Healthcare Committee. We went there yesterday. It was yesterday. So I'm going to be giving a little bit of an update on what I learned and, you know, what I think that people need to know about to get their families involved. So stay tuned for that. But David has a great show lined up for us, as usual. He always does. Chivas Watson is back, and he will be on the air with Marvin Tollivar. So Marvin is recently released. He's a returning citizen. That's how we like to word that, returning citizen, veteran, father, and a brother. He listened to the entire archive of the prison show on Edovo. Ooh, thank you, Marvin. Marci Marie will be on. She is the women's unit reporter and social media influencer, filmmaker, of course, and director of communications at Lioness Justice Impacted Women's Alliance. I will be giving a report on the Correctional Managed Healthcare Committee meeting from yesterday, and Abe Bonowitz will be on giving his report of the death penalty from across the United States. So a jammed-packed show. Stay tuned, y'all. It's going to be a good one. But first, we are going to get Mr. Tollivar, and I got to put my phone on. You see, I complain to people that they don't have their phone, and here I am going off. Let's get Marvin and Chivas on the line. So, hey, Marvin, how are you? Hey, Marvin, Chivas?
Andy, we can hear you, Marvin. Can you hear me, Miss Dani?
I can now. I don't know what. Yeah.
Perfect. We're gonna do the show like this. We're gonna do it as usual. Peace and power. Peace and blessings to all of our listeners around the world, across the country, and especially everyone listening from behind the walls. I'm Chivas Watson, your in-mass incarceration Houston reporter here on the Prison Show, and I'm also the founder and executive director of Service Agency Working Group 512. Thank y'all for spending time with us tonight, whether you're listening from home, on the road, or from inside a correctional facility. We hope this program brings information, encouragement, and a reminder that your voice and your life matters. Tonight, we're taking a slightly different approach. We often spend this time talking about justice from the front lines, whether it's what's happening in our courtrooms, inside our prisons, and through advocacy in our communities. Those conversations, they do matter because they expose the challenges that continue to shape our justice system. But ending mass incarceration isn't only about changing laws or correcting wrongful convictions. It's also about what happens when someone comes home, and every successful reentry is a part of the solution. Whether someone returns home with purpose, reconnects with family, finds meaningful work, builds healthy relationships, and becomes a positive force in their community, that's how we begin to break the cycle that keeps people returning to prison. So tonight, we're focusing on those first days, first months, first steps after release, the determination to move forward, the importance of having support and the courage to create a new path. Tonight's guest is living that journey in real time, as Ms. Dani was alluding to. What a great inspiration of mine personally, and we are honored. We are honored to share his story tonight and ask a few questions. Please help me welcome Marvin. Marvin, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good, Mr. Watson, and it's good to be on here with Dani and David and everybody else.
We love that you're on.
I hear that. Thank you so much, Ms. Dani. I want to ask Marvin this first question. Brother, who was the first person you hugged after release?
It was my girlfriend. She came to pick me up at the Pam Listener unit. That was the first person I hugged when I got out.
Oh, man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
It didn't hit me until I got in the car. When I got in the truck, then I broke down. Yeah, it didn't hit me until I got in the truck.
Absolutely. And I know we have brothers and sisters around the state that know how it feels to hug the loved one that answered the calls and did the time, you know. Yeah. I also want to ask you, Marvin, what did the time inside teach you that freedom never could?
It taught me how low down and no good people can be that work inside TDC jail or any prison. You know, just because you're in prison, you're still a human being, and you need to be treated as such. But a lot of people don't do that. I knew prison was bad before I went, But when I was finally in there and I got to see it, it was a whole different ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. And throughout the history of this show, we've amplified some of the twists and turns within the correctional facilities, within the units. And you are one heck of a writer, one heck of a researcher, brother. And we want to continue to amplify your voice. I want to get a little more intimate, though. What did your children, grown when you got out, but grown and having their own lives, what did they need from you most when you came home?
My oldest, he just turned 32 on May 22nd. My baby boy will be 28 in August. And they just need to hear me. Thank you. They just needed to be able to hear me and see me on a regular basis, and besides being able to do it in prison. You got to wait. They got their lives going on and stuff like that. But now that I'm home, I can call them every freaking day.
Yeah.
So they just need to hear from me every day. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask
my
you, brother.
oldest son is in Alaska. He'll be home Monday. He's working in Alaska, so he'll be home Monday.
Oh, wow. Alaska.
Yeah.
Safe travels to you, brother, if you're listening. Let me ask you, Marvin, when did you first feel human after release?
Oh, man. When I left the paramilitary unit and we drove down the street to the Ace check cashes, and the lady that was in there that was cashing my 2 checks, I was talking to her, and she told me that her brother was getting out the next day. I got out on the 23rd February. Her brother was getting out on the next day, and she was just telling my girlfriend how she could relate, because she had been taking care of her brother the whole time he had been locked up.
Yeah,
and she was just her voice and how she talked to me and how she was welcoming me home and everything like that. It was a good feeling.
That's really important. It's really important that you said that. I can remember, and this is going to shout out Tifa. I can remember, or not Tifa, but Tifa. I can remember being in a Tifa meeting some time ago, and we were all talking, brainstorming about how can we help families prepare for those first conversations. How can we, train, and not necessarily train, but how can we encourage partnering language and loving statements rather than the hard questions so first off. And so what you said was so important. I want to ask you, brother, what are you proudest of today?
Oh, man. In my situation, I was wrongfully sent to TDCJ, and so everybody my case was out of Nacogdoches, Texas, so they really thought I was going to, fail. They went after me. I qualified for shock probation, but they sent me to TDC instead. But I shook back. I'm home. I came home. My first week home, I was back in the system at the VA. I was getting all that, my medical stuff took care of, and I just recently started working. I'm making $20 an hour. I'm doing hydroblasting, and So I shook back in spite of what was done and how it was done. I shook back. I'm still here.
And that's so loud, brother, because a lot of you brothers inside, a lot of you sisters inside, no matter if you're in Texas or outside of Texas, you have to know that you can shake back to being better than who you were. You can shake back to family. They still love you. Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? You can bounce back. Absolutely. Brother, I want to thank you for your service to our country. You know, as a coalition partner with the Texas Veterans Commission from Abilene all the way down to Houston, I want to ask you, for all of us who seek to understand the life of a veteran after service, do you think veterans face unique challenges when returning to civilian life?
Yeah, we do. We do, because you've been living that military lifestyle for however many years you did, and to come home, and face this civilian world out here, it's totally different. It's like a drastic change almost. When you're dealing with your brothers and sisters in the military, you got something in common. No matter what branch you're in, you got something in common. You can relate to one another. And so sometimes when you come home from that, dealing with civilian people can be kind of difficult. Like going to the VA, there's a lot of people work at the VA. They just there to get a check. They've never been in the military, so they don't have the slightest idea of of what you've been through in the military, especially when you've been to combat.
Yeah, and we want to use some more of that for future stories, man, and hear some of your combat stories and just your memories. And brother, I want to thank you for sharing your stories. Stories like yours remind us that reentry isn't just about coming home; it's about building a future. And if you could give one shout out, keep in mind if you're going to give a name or something, you can't say the unit, but if you could give out one shout out to a brother or a sister inside or a whole unit, go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to all the guys at the line-out unit where I was at. I did all my 7 years there. So all them guys that I was there with, that worked with or interacted with, especially the guys I lived with in K-Wing. So I want to give all them guys a shout out. Tell them to hurry up and come home. There's people out here that love you, that are advocating for you, and your family is waiting on you to come home. There's people out here waiting on you to come home.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Marvin, again, I want to thank you for your story. Before we move towards closing tonight, I want to thank all the brothers, all the sisters who write us, who call us, who listen to us at the prison show. And I'd like to lift up a few names. Tonight we recognize Ellsworth Ingram, Jermaine Davis, Edward Ligas, Darius Elam, Jeremy Busby, Javier Quintero, Billy Allen. We also celebrate Abel Martinez, who was recently released back into the Austin area. Abel, welcome home, brother. We wish you peace, strength, and success as you begin this new chapter, this next chapter. And to everyone listening from behind the walls, know this: we haven't forgotten you. Continue preparing yourself. Continue believing in your future. Your story is still being written. Makes me think of Obie Weathers in the Walls unit, on Polanski, rather. Makes me think of Obie Weathers, how he continues to reinvent himself. Get to know Obie. This weekend, we want to recognize 2 important national events taking place in Washington, D.C. Abe will talk a little bit more about this one, but the first one I'll mention is our Starving for Justice Fast and Vigil to Abolish the Death Penalty, where advocates, family members, faith leaders, exonerees, and community members gather to honor lives impacted by capital punishment while calling for the continued dialogue about justice, accountability, and human dignity. We also recognize the next 250 national mobilization taking place Saturday at 11 a.m. tomorrow in Washington, D.C. Organizers are bringing together people from across the country to encourage civic engagement and advocate for changes they believe will strengthen democracy, expand opportunity, and hold public institutions accountable. We have to this year, no matter your political views. Peaceful civic participation has always been an important part of our nation's stories. Before we close, I want to remind our listeners that opportunity changes lives, and Working Group 512 is hiring. We're looking for lifeline field agents in Houston, Austin, Abilene, and San Antonio to help distribute free phones and wireless service, free wireless service, free talk, text, and data. These positions can earn approximately $600 to $1,000 per week. We're also hiring fiber internet field agents in those same cities, earning $200 to $225 per completed installation with qualified leads provided. And if you're in Austin, we're hiring small package delivery drivers with earnings between $700 and more than $1,000 per week. If you're looking for a fresh start, meaningful work, or a second chance, please give us a call. 512-953-3980 or 832-598-1347. Again, that's 512-953-3980, 832-598-1347. As we close tonight, remember this: ending mass incarceration isn't about only changing policies. It's about changing lives. It's about believing that every person deserves an opportunity to return home with dignity, purpose, and hope. To everyone listening inside of the walls tonight, we see you, we believe in you, we pray with you, but we also pray for your safety and your future. You can reach us at 6633 US 290 Suite 307. Again, that's 6633 US 290 East Suite 307, Austin, Texas 78753. You can call us again at 512-953-3980, 832-598-1347. You can find us on Instagram at Working Group 512. You can hashtag Working Group 512 and find more of our work across social media venues. Until next time, Ms. Dani. Until next time, David, Miss Linda.
Have a good night.
Thank y'all so much. Peace, power, and blessings. And thank you, Marvin.
See you later, Marvin.
Thank you, Marvin.
Hey, yes, thank y'all too. Thank y'all.
Chivas exited. There we go. All right. And now, Marci. Love Marci. How you doing, Marci?
Hey, y'all. So happy to be here. How are y'all?
We are hot.
Oh, no. Well, I'm in Washington, D.C.
Rub it in.
It's hot here.
Really?
It's hot here.
Man, it had to be 100 degrees today.
Oh, golly. Well, I did get a little break. From that heat. And what a joy to hear Marvin, some of Marvin's reentry story, and how he's all over my social media, just really getting involved with things and just really trying to not just break down barriers for himself, but for the folks coming after him. And what a joy to hear some of his stories. So thank y'all for that. I am here in D.C. for the next 250, which is what Chivas was telling us about there at the end. And we are here as formerly incarcerated people with a felony background that are currently disenfranchised from voting rights, because we believe that that's part of freedom, is the freedom to be able to have a say in the policies that guide us, right? So we're excited. We'll be talking about the 4 million Americans right now that cannot vote because of the criminal legal system and their history in that. So we're super excited about that. So I've been busy, y'all. I left Houston. There was an incredible voting rights democracy conference, and it was people from all over the state of Texas getting together to really see what everybody's working on in their different areas, what's most important, where we needed to target, how did we need to, what we needed to do to keep, to protect democracy in Texas, to fight some of the policies that might come up that would affect things like felony disenfranchisement. And so, of course, I was in that space also really representing and talking about the same thing. We believe that everybody should have a right to vote. So, and then left from Houston and popped right up here to D.C. So, but yeah, been real busy. I have to shout out my Whispers Beyond Bars is winning awards. It's doing so much more and reaching so much further, I think, than I thought I could. And so some of y'all may not know that I have a short film, and it touches on pregnancy and incarceration, specifically inside of Texas prisons and jails. And just that's getting so much more traction just this past couple of months. And so really excited about that. And I have to shout out the 20 women who shared their stories with me about pregnancy and incarceration. And, that was really, really brave. And it was not for nothing. I think that film is really exposing a lot and opening people's eyes and hearts that maybe just really didn't have any idea that film's reaching a lot more audiences than just advocacy audiences. So I'm super excited about that. I will be in, I am watching the clock, y'all. I will be in August. In August, I'll be in Minnesota. I'm producing another film. It is a really great project. The same crew that worked on Whispers Beyond Bars is working on this film. I did not write this film. I'm there as only as a role as a producer, and it's about the occupation of Minneapolis, and it's a short film. So I'm excited. Y'all stay tuned for that. But we'll be filming in August. I am working with Unlock the Box, which is a national campaign to end solitary confinement. So y'all may have seen some of those videos come across my social media. They're getting really creative in how do we reach new audiences that aren't just people that really already know and understand what it's like to live in a single man's cell. And I know there's people listening on this call right now that are like me and maybe have experienced that or are sitting in one of those cells right now. And I want everyone to know that there is just a whole team, a massive amount of people fighting to end that harmful torture. There's really not much of another word for it but torture. So that's kind of my personal updates. I will say my twin grandbabies turn a year next month. So before I see y'all again, there'll be one, and we're excited about that. I want to get on to the Lioness updates. Lioness updates, the South Texas region, they held a fundraiser and are working with the reentry department at TDCJ, specifically to support the recovery dorm, which is on the O'Daniel unit. Still always will be Mountain View in my heart. And they're sprucing up the dorm a little. And so they raised the funds, and those dorms are going to have comforter sets, the recovery dorm. So I'm super, super excited about that. And they reached their fundraising goal, and they're working together to write personal messages to you ladies in the recovery dorm. And just really, really proud of them for that, and proud of all of you inside that are like on the path to recovery and have decided that that's what you want and are working to get that, because I know the agency doesn't offer enough resources for everybody, and some of y'all are walking that path alone or with a friend maybe in the dorm, and working to try to make different choices because maybe you want something different. And so that's incredible. Big shout out to that. Really, really excited about the way that maybe new covers. I just was thinking about, like, when I was locked up, and y'all already know, you don't even have a pillow, and so I think that even just a little bit of TLC will bring some dignity to those folks. So excited about that. Sunday night in Fort Worth at Tulips, y'all. We will be there with Immortal Technique, and some of y'all may know him. He's like an underground rapper from New York. He's super popular. He is system impacted, and he wrote a lot of his lyrics while he was locked up, and he just talks a lot about his experience through his lyrics, through art. And so that is Sunday night in Fort Worth. I'll be there. I'm flying home Sunday morning. And so you all check that out, especially North Texas area. It's a real intimate location and a real opportunity to be in community and see him kind of up close and personal. Now for FICPFM, which is the formerly incarcerated convicted persons and family movement. We are a national movement and network of system impacted leaders across the nation. And we are having 4 regional convenings that are happening across the country this year. We will be in Chicago, July 17th through 19th, Nashville, August 21st through 23rd, Washington, D.C., September 17th through 19th, Las Vegas, October 7th through 9th. These events bring together formerly incarcerated leaders, families, advocates, organizers, directly impacted people, in a goal for us to not only be in community, but also to build power and strengthen the movement towards freedom for everyone. If you are interested in attending any of those events, you can still register. I have a bit.ly link, so it's bit.ly/2026, capital S, still rising. So capital S, capital R, 2026, still rising, but you have to capitalize the S and the R. So hope to see some of y'all there. Y'all make sure and get on social media and message me if you're going to be there, and let me know. Some familiar faces will be, especially in Nashville from Texas, that you all will recognize as speakers, and so I'm excited about that, including Austin's Darwin Hamilton will be speaking in Nashville, so super excited about that. Listen, hobby unit, y'all, I'm getting your letters. Lioness is getting your letters. We're hearing you. We're in contact with the staff, with TDCJ, with the agency working on that, but we are getting letters saying y'all aren't getting your water. When I got on the call, Dani said, y'all are hot. It's hot. Mm-hmm. And we know if it's hot outside, it's even hotter in those prisons. And there are policies in place that are supposed to make that a little easier, and we're going to hold the agency accountable to follow those policies. And so we're hearing you that they're not providing those things, and they're not able to provide respite all the time because of staff, and which just brings me into a very quick reminder that we still are waiting on a verdict from the federal judge in the Texas prison heat lawsuit. And so we are still waiting on that. I get a lot of DMs questioning on that. I'm really not expecting an answer until probably this fall. We have to hang in there, and we have to keep looking out for each other on the inside, watching out for each other, taking care of yourself, staying hydrated the best you can. We understand, like, these mitigation things that they have, respite in this still's not enough to keep us safe, and we have to be our brother's keeper in there. And so I appreciate y'all looking out for each other also. Additionally, just another update about the water, because I've been getting a lot of DMs about that. TDCJ has a plan in place, and it's, nothing happens quickly, and certainly not quick enough. But they have gotten funding to give at least the hobby unit their own water filtration system. I'm not sure about the Marlin unit yet, but that is in play. They are realizing that that's a problem. They're realizing the city of Marlin cannot take care of y'all, and so they are working towards that also. So just letting y'all know that, we're not forgetting about that. Like, we're staying on top of that, and it's important. It's important for us to make sure there's oversight for the agency, and I think we have a lot of great advocates out here who really do lean into that and make sure that the things that the agency is supposed to be doing, that they are doing it. And so that's it. That's what we got. I want to make sure and drop the P.O. box for Lioness. Now, I think next time I'm going to be on the call, we might have a new P.O. box, but today you can still write us at Lioness Justice Impacted Women's Alliance. You can literally even just put Lioness. If you want it to get to me, put my name on it, Marci Marie, and you can write to P.O. Box 17457, Austin, Texas 78760, and we'll get it right to you. We have somebody that answers every single one of those letters, and they'll answer everything if you write. And if you're writing to me, I promise I'll get back to you. I also, the only last thing I have to say is somebody sent me a prison cooking book, and he got out. And so y'all stay tuned, because he's also on TikTok, and so we're going to be doing some collaborations, and I'm really excited about those collaborations.
You did great. 9 seconds left.
Excellent. Well, I'll give my shout-outs real quick. My brother-in-law, CJ, I love you so much. We can't wait for you to come home. We're holding things down for you and trying to get some things together for you for when you get out. All my girls on the Dr. Lane Murray unit, I love you. My heart is with you. I'm home fighting for you and also just trying to make you all proud. And I'm so proud to have a family in there. And I miss you all so much.
Well, thank you so much, Marci. We appreciate you being on.
Yeah, love you. I'll talk soon.
All right, be careful.
Okay. All right,
Bye-bye.
bye, y'all.
Bye. All right. So just to piggyback a little bit on what she was talking about with the heat. Well, okay. Well, let me first say again, Gloria, Joy, and I did attend. Don't be. I'm not talking in the mic, and I complain with everyone. Okay, so Gloria, Joy, and I attended the Correctional Managed Health Care committee meeting yesterday.
That's a mouthful.
That is, and I kept going, am I saying it correct? So, what? Oh, what do you... Oh, she's going to put it right there. Yep. Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, I wrote it out on the schedule.
So when we attended that, and I encourage everyone to tell their loved ones about it. We can definitely put the schedule of meetings up on the Prison Show's Facebook page. We definitely want to get as many people as possible to attend the meetings. So we were able to communicate with the committee information about our loved ones, the ones that we specifically knew about. So we only have 3 minutes, but we were able to talk about several. However, it was very important for us to understand exactly what happens during those meetings. So, and to again piggyback on what Marci was saying, they are required to provide respite. They are, let me say that again for the nurse in the back who refused someone earlier today to go into medical. She said it wasn't a respite area. So there is respite, and they are required to allow you to go to respite. They are required to allow you to have access to clean water and cold water, ice, fans. You know, I could go on and on, but they are required, and we did clarify that with them. I also, they spoke about the medications, the different medications. If you're taking one of those, then you are required to be in a cool bed, so that comes into play with your heat score. Your heat score changes every single day. Now, we didn't have time to ask them how do they determine it every single day. So, you know, there was so much going on during the meeting, and they call her Double L. She is Dr. Lynette Lithicombe. So she explained more, I believe, because we were in the room, and she tried to go down each individual page of, you know, there's so many people incarcerated that are over the age of 55. You know, of course, we offered information to them that maybe parole should be in here and paroling those people that are over the age of 55, because the medical conditions are different, you know, when you get of that age. Of course, I was kind of like, wait, I'm over that. So wait a minute.
55, what about those 80 and 90-year-olds?
Yeah, no, you can't. You're not
Grab
on
a mic.
You're not on a mic. You can't. Yeah, I did bring up the 80 to 90-year-olds, and several of them, and they did say that if you're over the age of 65, you should, by policy, be in a cool bed. Of course, we all know that that's not happening. We all know that. They spoke about the temperature checks. Eric Guerrera, I think he's over CID. I can't remember his title now. So he was there, and he told the committee that they take the temperatures periodically during the day on every section. Well, you know, I've heard from quite a few people that when they take the temperature, they take it on the outside of the door. They don't go inside the cell to see what the temperature is there. And also, they take it on first row, one row. They don't go to 3 row. So we all know heat rises. So of course it's going to be hotter on the 3rd row. So they don't even do that. So a true measurement, not even true, but if you take it from 2 row, maybe that'll give it a good, medium. But they're not even doing that. They come in, they take it in front of the cell door. They don't even go in. So, and that's at different units. I'm not speaking of just one unit. So I brought that up. Dr. Lithicombe, or
Their medical diet's not being followed.
yeah, we did speak about medical diets. Yeah, y'all really can't talk. Okay, so yeah, the medical diets, I spoke extensively about that. I reminded them that, they have a special couple pages devoted to preventative medicine, preventative acts. It's like, well, wait a minute, you're not feeding a diabetic correctly. You're feeding them starch. You're not feeding them what they should be eating. And then their sugar goes way up, and then they bring it way down by pumping them full of insulin. Of course, over a certain period of time, that creates kidney issues. So we're talking, and as we all know, David Driscoll, who I've spoken with several times about the food, he said they only have a diet tray and a regular tray. That's it. There's no in between. There's no diabetic tray. There's no renal tray. None of that. Well, the diet tray, the difference between the diet and the regular tray is fruit. That's basically it. So you're still bringing the sugar way up and plummeting really quick. So that's not good for the body, this roller coaster. So that is affected, and I'm getting well, anyway, I have a ton of information on this. And if you would like more, just, write us, and we can definitely get you more information. And of course, this probably happens at every single state facility across, Texas, across the United States. So it's not just Texas, probably. All right, I'm going to shut up now, because we're going to get to Mr. Abe, who I believe is in Washington. Is that correct, Abe?
On my way tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Great.
So we're getting ready. I, of course, have been procrastinating and have not yet begun to pack. So I get to go do that tonight. But yes, we're on the way to Washington, D.C. for the 33rd Annual Fast and Vigil to Abolish Death Penalty on the sidewalk in front of the United States Supreme Court. It's going to be kind of exciting because the final Supreme Court decisions of the year, or of the session, I should say, are due on Monday, one of which will be the birthright citizenship decision, so that should be pretty hairy either way it goes. But luckily there's no more, as far as I know, there's no other death penalty related decisions, but we'll be there. And we'll for the 4 days between June 29th, which is the anniversary of the Furman decision in 1972, struck down all the death penalty laws in the country, and the Gregg decision on July 2nd, 1976. So a big anniversary, the 50th anniversary of the Gregg decision, which allowed the resumption of executions. So as many of you know, we do this every year. Some of us are fasting in the past. I know that Celia Perez-Meyer had told us that guys on the road were fasting with us. We are always in solidarity with you and appreciate when you're in solidarity with our actions. So that's what's happened in Washington, D.C. Also, this coming week is the World Congress Against the Death Penalty. I wish I could say I was going to Paris for that event, but, they made they scheduled it at the same time as our annual event in D.C., so that's what's happening. Anyway, lots to talk about today besides that. Thanks for introducing it, though. On the good news side, the the NAACP Legal Defense Fund shared, they do a quarterly report on the numbers of people on death row, and in the most recent report, they report that the death row population in the United States has fallen below 2,000 people for the first time since the 1980s. So that's a pretty big deal. Rob Dunham notes that this is the new death sentences are at historic lows. 3 times as many people are coming off of death row than are being added to it. And capital punishment is exhibiting all the signs of a failed and dying government policy. And I do think it's on its way out, but you wouldn't know it from the execution that was just last night in Florida. Dusty Spencer, a U.S. Marine veteran, became the oldest person executed in Florida. And, as if that's an issue, but really the bigger issue in his case, the biggest one was that his jury was unanimous. 7-5 was the vote split, and he would not have been eligible with that vote split to be executed if he was on trial today. In Florida now, it requires a minimum of 8 people, and of course only 2 states execute people without a unanimous jury decision. That's Alabama and Florida. Now, Alabama does allow that, except that they didn't make it retroactive. So there's 20-some people, including the guy that got to stay, not on that issue, but on the question of gas application. His jury also recommended life, 7-5 for him, with 7 voting for, I think it was 7, voting for life. Either way, the split jury thing is very real and is happening. And it happened in the case with Dusty Spencer, who was executed. And then it's happening also in the case of the guy they just set a new date for today in Florida, Dominic Ochicone. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. But he, if he's executed on July 28th, will become will take the record from Dusty Spencer for the oldest person being executed. Dominic is 80 years old. He's been on death row since 1986 for double murder 40 years ago. 40 years ago. So he too had a split jury. The jury voted 7-5. And even the sentencing court, in his case, noted the extreme mental and emotional disturbances he was undergoing at the time of his murder. It doesn't excuse his murder, but it simply there's space for mercy and for recognizing that he was not in his right mind, whoever is, when they're murdering somebody. But again, the jury voted 7-5. If this guy was on trial today, he could not be executed, and that they're going to go forward with that execution. So, that's the most recent execution. That's the next Florida execution. Of course, we've got to slow down in executions going on. There's only 2 scheduled in July now, the 14th and the 18th. Of course, the guy on the 14th is also a veteran of the U.S. Armed Services. Don't know too much about his service yet, but that's happening. So 2 in July, there's 2 in August, plus we can expect that Florida will add 2 more in August. The ones in August currently are in Oklahoma and Tennessee. And then Texas gets going again with 2 executions in a week in September. So also coming up, July 1st, this is going to be Wednesday, is the day that new laws take effect in Idaho. 2 new laws of concern to us. One is it puts the firing squad as the primary method of execution in Idaho. So that way they don't have to deal with lethal injections. And then the other law that's coming into effect is the death penalty for people convicted of child sex offenses, and which are not necessarily homicides. And of course, such people need to be punished, and we need to be keeping children safe from them, but we don't need to do it with executions. And what's really kind of interesting is I'm seeing in my social media feed now these AI-generated images of firing squads aiming at guys in orange jumpsuits, in a firing squad kind of situation. and people are all rah-rah-rahing. I can't wait for them to be executing pedophiles, which is going to start on July 1st. And these are people that just don't understand what it means. The law takes effect July 1st. It doesn't mean that there will be executions right away or that they'll ever get around to executing pedophiles because, of course, nobody's been convicted on that in Idaho. I know we've had one guy on trial because they also have that in Florida, this idea that we can execute people who committed terrible crimes against children who did not then die. And so that's the question is, how long is it going to take for a case like this to get up to U.S. Supreme Court scrutiny, where they will have to see if they want to, go back on the precedent that we've had since the 1960s, if not the 1950s, that we no longer execute people for crimes that are not homicides. I think the only exception for that would be the federal death penalty. One of the three people executed under George W. Bush was a man, Raul Garza, I think was his name, who was a drug kingpin. So, of course, if you're a drug kingpin, you can imagine there's a few murders mixed in there somewhere, but that's not what he was convicted of. Anyway, we're going to see what happens in Idaho. But I'll note also, Indiana has a new Supermax prison, and we've just discovered today that they have gone ahead and created a facility capable of doing both lethal injections and firing squad execution. So and we've been doing some work to raise awareness around the companies that are designing and building these prisons and these execution facilities. So if you're watching, Death Penalty Action has been doing a joint campaign with a group called Worth Rises to lift up and shine a spotlight on these corporations that are making profits from the death penalty. We need to be on top of that. I guess in the good news section, a little bit more of good news. Sort of. Happy birthday, Melissa Lucio. We missed that a week or two ago, but she had yet another birthday in prison. So happy birthday to Melissa. Also, Richard Glossop, who had 3 last meals and 9 execution dates, 3 last meals, has now, he's out on parole while he awaits his trial, which is going to start in September 28th. And it's just a beautiful thing to see him out and enjoying life with his beautiful wife and being able to, lots of pictures we're seeing of him in restaurants and such like that. But at the end of the day, this is a guy that did not commit murder, faced the death penalty, was on death row for over 2 decades, and now he has a chance to prove his innocence, or at least to argue that he was not the killer and he should not be, whatever they want to convict him of. He's done plenty of time to satisfy that. So we'll see where that goes. The other bit of good news that I had was Governor DeWine in Ohio, Republican, pro-death penalty, had a press conference early last week in which he basically stepped through his process as a prosecutor, as attorney general, as a member of Congress, as a member of the Ohio legislature who helped write Ohio's death penalty law. Almost 50 years, a career supporting the death penalty, trying to make it work, and he came out to say that he no longer believes that it is moral or ethical to pursue such a punishment when it is as bankrupt, as a failed public policy as he now believes the death penalty is. He hung his hat on the issue of, is the death penalty a deterrent, which of course we all know it is not, except for the person that we arrest and put in jail and then eventually execute. But we all know we don't need executions to keep people from killing again. So the good news there is when you have a Republican pro-death penalty politician who tried to make it work, flipping on the issue, very few voices as powerful as that. So checking my notes here. I think I kind of covered all bases. I do want to say last week it was great to hear Maurice Skyla on the show with you all, and I've had a chance now to listen to podcast on the Marshall Project webpage, the last 12 weeks. A whole bunch of people involved in that podcast, and it walks you through the last 12 weeks of the around the almost execution a year ago, this past March, of David Woods, and if you're listening, David, shout out to you. It's pretty amazing that you're still alive and that you survived that, and we'll see where it all goes. But anyway, the last 12 weeks, it's five episodes, and it takes you through, and it's a really well done podcast. I encourage people to check that out, as well as Maurice Shama's article also on the Marshall Project webpage about the 50th anniversary of the Gregg decision and how the death penalty is as broken as it ever was. I'm excited to share with you that we'll have an interview, a live conversation with Maurice at 2:30 Eastern Time. We'll be doing that via Zoom with Death Penalty Action on Tuesday, June 30th. That's coming up Tuesday, June 30th. And actually, just a little bit before then, the Texas Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty is having a webinar on the same subject, 50th anniversary of the Gregg decision, with some Texas voices. So you could check that out as well. And I think those are the main things I have to report. Keep us in your thoughts and prayers as we're starving for justice. The 33rd annual fast and vigil to abolish the death penalty on the sidewalk in front of the United States Supreme Court. It's going to be hot for us. I know. Not nearly as hot as it is for all of you in the prisons where they don't have AC. So we'll be thinking about you, and we'll be praying for you, and we'll be starving for justice to try to stop the death penalty. That's this week, June 29th to July 2nd. The webpage for that, by the way, is abolition.org. So look us up at abolition.org. You can also find a link to that, of course, at deathpenaltyaction.org, and that's where you can also find the petitions. Finally, you can write to us at P.O. Box 27212. That's Death Penalty Action, P.O. Box 27212 in Columbus, Ohio, 43227. Again, P.O. Box 27212, Columbus, Ohio, 43227. I think that's all.
Yeah, thank you so much, Abe, and you have a great weekend, and be careful next week.
I'll do my best, but sometimes you just got to get out there and do whatever needs to be done, whether
Absolutely.
It's risky or not.
Absolutely. So, well, thank you so much.
Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
As it's off and closed. When I looked in the mirror, I seen a reflection that no one knows. I was trying to put the past tense and the wickedness behind, but it's so much pain, my heart was in vain, so I screamed inside. It's suicide. They used to run through my troubled mind, but I was blind to the fact that my soul was dying. I've done these years, so I know my time is coming near. I had so much anger built up in here, and I wouldn't even shed a tear. And every day I look up at the sky, I'm always asking God, when is it gonna be my day to die? Know my time is coming, and I ain't gonna lie. I might be scared of chasing, but I ain't scared to die. Lord, you had mercy, cause my soul was thirsty. Lord, you had mercy, cause my soul was thirsty. Music and mercy, you made me worthy. Lord, you had mercy when I prayed, you heard me. Lord, you had mercy, cause my soul was thirsty. Lord, you had mercy, cause my soul was thirsty. Music and mercy, you made me worthy. Lord, you had mercy, you would never desert me. I had a dream that I seen the reaper. I'm hearing his voice every day now, but it seems to me it's getting deeper. And it seems that I can't cope with this. That's why every day I wake up, I talk to the real psychiatrist. And recently I've been under pressure. Keep my faith in God. Quick to grab my Bible up off the dresser. Every day it's a new day of problems. I'm blessed, so forget the stress. Even though I can't solve them. My family thinks I'm crazy, but I don't believe it. They ask me why do I pray to God when I can't see. Hallucinations got me thinking I'll be dead this year. I'm hearing voices of the enemy screaming in both my ears' face. I was trapped in here, I was losing my breath. Mental confusions, seems I was on the footsteps, and yeah, my mind is being renewed. And I ain't lying, I'm trying to live forever, eternal, without dying. Look into my eyes, I know the Holy Ghost inside of me. I can't hide him, cause it keeps shining out. Lord, you had mercy, cause my soul was thirsty. Lord, you had mercy, cause my soul was thirsty. Music and mercy, you made me worthy. Lord, you had mercy when I prayed, you heard me. Lord, you had mercy, cause my soul was thirsty. Lord, you had mercy, cause my soul was thirsty. Music and mercy, you made me worthy. Lord, you had mercy, you would never desert me.
You're listening to KPFT Houston. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Team. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped to represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas, obtain parole, and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. More information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, can be found on their website at parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
All right, it's time for the best part of the show, the shout-out portion. And again, I wanted to give a huge shout-out to Michael Newberry. Congratulations again on your win at the Supreme Court. Still a long way to go, but congratulations. All right, let's get to Miss Elizabeth, who I know was waiting for a while. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, girl.
I just want to hope y'all are doing all good tonight. I want to give a shout out to my son Isidro. Hi, mijo. Just want to let you know that we made it okay, and I love that we were able to visit with you this week. And just take care of yourself, and we love you very much. I'll pass the phone to Dad, and here you go.
Hi, mijo. Well, we made it. Hope to see you this next month. So hopefully you'll get your tablet pretty soon so you can talk to us. I love you, mijo, and we made it home safe. Love you. Good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Great hearing from you.
Yes, it's been a long time.
It has been. Well, y'all have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, y'all, I see that there's a weather advisory for tomorrow in the Houston area. It's going to feel like 107. So if you have issues with respite or anything that we've mentioned during this show or previous shows, reach out to someone you that loves you. Or if you have me and Linda on your tablet, or anyone, reach out to them and have them call the unit that you're at, because they're required to. Tell them to quote the policy. All right, let's see who's been holding the longest. Robert, I think Mr. Robert has been holding for a little while. Hey, Robert.
Hey, how are you?
I'm marvelous. How are you?
We're fine.
All right, well, go ahead with your shout out.
Yes, it's a shout out to Marlon Webb. He's on the Luther unit.
Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
I said a shout out to Marlon Webb. He's on the Luther unit. To say we love him and take care.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Yes, and thank y'all
All
for
right.
y'all's.
Have a great weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Maybe we ought to remind him.
I didn't hear anything.
He said the guy's name twice and the unit.
Oh.
say first name and unit?
Your first name and unit.
He said first, last, and unit. So
Oh yeah,
you can use the first name in the unit, or the first and last name, or last name in the unit.
And when did we? So of course, it's in our contract. I know.
It's in our contract. So.
Right. I know Florida started it.
Yeah.
They got hissy with us.
And then they said that Florida wasn't listening, and I found one that was. And whenever I told them about it, now we've got 4 that are. So.
You know what? Hi. How you? All right, yeah. I didn't even hear it. I heard Joanne.
Yeah, and then he said it again.
And I missed it both times.
Yeah.
I just was listening to what
I hit the dump button, but
yeah.
I still have to cut out the video. At least I won't have to cut out the audio.
Okay, well, yeah. No, just first name, unit, first and last name, nickname and unit. You can do nickname and unit. You can do that.
That's pretty cool.
It's better to just not use the unit, though. You can use Texas, Florida, wherever.
Wherever.
All right, let's get to Bobby on line 3. Let's get to Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
Hi, hon. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing great. How about you?
Oh, I'm trying to get over this cold.
Oh, wow. I hope you feel better.
I want to give a shout out to my son, Bo, at Estelle Unit, and telling Mama that I love him and keep his head up. And his Aunt Sandy is doing better now. And y'all have a good evening tonight, honey. And stay cool. It's hot out here.
It is hot, and you're so sweet. Thank you so much, and you have a great weekend.
You too, honey, and I love you.
I love
Bye-bye.
you, too. We love y'all calling. Bye-bye. See, she's sweet. She's very sweet. All right.
How to take lessons.
You should, because, honey, let me tell you. Typical guy. All right. Melissa. Hey, Melissa.
Hi. Okay, hi. Yeah, I was wondering, first of all, like, when do they hear the show? Is it, like, live with them, or do they hear it later?
Some people within a certain radius of Houston are able to pick it up live. However, the video version and the majority of units pick it up whenever it's called Edovo. Edovo is required to post our videos within, I think, a month, right, David?
Yeah, but they've been doing it like a week.
Yes, but
They've been really good at it.
They're required to do it.
But sometimes.
Sometimes they're not. But anyway, they can pick it up fairly quickly for the most part.
Yeah, they've already got last Friday's on the air. They got that yesterday.
That doesn't happen often. But do you want to give a shout out?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to give a shout out to Chapel over at the Bill Clements unit. I just wanted to say that I love you, and Sean, River, and Angel love you. Let me see. I will be scheduling another video visit with you soon. And I got, I don't know what it's called, a Securus message from you today. Yeah, that's what it's called, Securus message. So, anyways, I hope you're doing okay. And try to get to church on Sundays. I love you, and have a good night. Good night, honey. I love you. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You remember her, David? She was trying to get a hold of him forever. And you know what? He's doing good now, and he has a tablet. So that's really good.
He didn't have a tablet?
No, he did not. For a long time, but
they still got snail mail.
They do, but he didn't have any money for stamps, so
They don't give indigent stamps anymore?
I don't know.
Come on.
I mean, I don't know. But
I'm devil's advocate over here.
I know your pain. That's what you are.
Well, I mean, I've been there, done that. 15 years of it.
Yeah, and so But I do know that, people were hearing your loved one, Melissa, on the air, so they would let you know that she was leaving you shout outs, so which is pretty cool.
So before we were on Edovo, my brother Danny was way up in the Panhandle somewhere. I used to shout out to him all the time, and he would get the message. Mm-hmm. It's like it went on the bus, it went on the Bluebird or something.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Jason, let's get Jason on the line. Hey, Jason.
Well, hello, The Prison Show. How are y'all doing tonight?
Doing great. How are you, Jason?
I'm doing excellent, and I have wonderful news. But before that, I want to remind everybody about the conditions of parole. I'm here in Beaumont, Texas, and they added something new here, and that is that, well, one of the conditions of parole is that you have to do job searching and you have to do job applications. You have to do 5 a week. Well, the new thing that they added on was that we have to print out our applications showing that we did these job searches. So that's just one more thing that they're just adding on and adding on. Okay. The good news, I have wonderful news. It just excited me whenever I did this last week. Okay. The first shout out I have is my nephew, Logan. He's on the Havens unit. He's made parole. Hey, Logan. I can't wait till you get out. I wrote your letter to you, and I hope you had a good birthday. Your Uncle Jason loves you. Your mom, Tony, she loves you, and we just want to see you come home. The next one is El Jahara on the Robertson unit. Then I have Shabazz. Shabazz, you made parole. Yay, you made parole. Nico, you're on the Robertson unit. I have Joseph. You're on the Styles unit, and you're coming up for parole. You should be getting your parole packet ready, and you should be ready to come up for parole anytime. Let's see, Little J on the Allred unit. How about one of someone that I knew on my unit, Walter? You're on the Bill Clemens unit now, and you're up for parole. You should be getting ready for parole. How about Mr. Paul at the Odessa facility? You should be getting out and seeing your family anytime soon. How about Jonas, a.k.a. Lakewood, on the Styles unit? Then I have Jedekiah, a.k.a. Dre, on the Robertson unit. I have Jeremy on the Robertson unit, Deveridge on the Robertson unit, and now I have Cody. You moved to the James Linoff unit. Then I have Rodney on the Robertson unit. Hey, I got your letter. I've been writing y'all. Anytime that I get anybody's letters, I'm going to write you back as soon as I can. Snail mail, the snail mail deal. And sometimes they get gremlins over here too. So, then I have Billy on the Robertson unit. You're up for parole. You should be getting your parole packet ready. You're up for parole. How about Robert on the Michael trustee camp? You should be getting out any day now. Let's see. Then I have Diamond. You went to ISF. And then I have Ali. You went to ISF. Then I have Lynn on the Skyview unit. I have Norman on the Wainwright unit. And then I have Mr. Alex on the Bradshaw unit. You moved to ISF on Bradshaw. Then I have Mr. William at ISF in Houston. Then I have Mr. Charles. You're one of my friends. You're in Jefferson County facility. Then I have Mr. Blake, or AKA Too Tall. You're at the James Lenoff unit. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people so far that I see that 8 people that I see that has made parole already. So I scratched them off my list. Then I have Mr. Shields on the Bill Clemens unit. And then I have Little Rick on the Bill Clemens unit, Pirate on the Bill Clemens unit, Michael. We have a lot of years. He's now on the Michael unit. How about that? Michael on the Michael unit. And let's see, Mr. Patterson, you're now on the Wallace unit. Yay. Yay. That means you're moving around. That means you're getting closer to coming home. How about Mr. Guy on the Robertson unit? Redneck on the Robertson unit. And then my old coworker, Beam, you're now on a program unit. You're at the Bill Clemens unit. So that means you should be coming home soon. Then I have Casper on the Robertson unit, CC on the Robertson unit, AJ on the Robertson unit, Todd on the Robertson unit, and then Byron on the Robertson unit. Hey, 44, what's up? I hope to see you make parole one day. I mean, this is just wonderful, wonderful news. And then a special shout out from my sister to her husband, Ted. You just made parole, and you're on the Buster Cole unit. And I want to say a big, big thank you to everybody at the prison show, especially Miss Linda and Miss Dani, the Death Row Angels, Mr. David, and Miss Joanna. And that's it. And I'll be seeing y'all next weekend.
Well, thank you so much, Jason. Have a great weekend.
Yes, ma'am. You too. Y'all have a great one and a safe one.
Yes, sir. You too. Bye-bye. Yeah. All right. How about Annalisa?
Hello everyone, it's Annalisa. I hope you are well. This is my message for my friend. Hello Isidro. I hope you are doing well. I hope you can hear this message tonight. Please don't worry if you cannot write right now. I'll be waiting for your letter. I'll be waiting for your next email. Know that I'm thinking of you. I'm sending you my warmest wishes, big, big hugs. Take care, my dear friend. Bye. Bye, everyone. Take care.
All right. Thank you so much, Annalisa. How about Eva?
Hey, Trey. Hey, cutie. Good evening. How has this week been for you? Yeah, this was a rough week so far over here. Not only with the incident on Sunday afternoon leading to a visit to the hospital, but it is also incredibly hot. Maybe now, after having done all these dentist appointments, the hospital will be my new thing. Well, hopefully not. Can you imagine that right now in Germany we're having about 95 degrees and tomorrow most likely even more? Like, probably over 100? It also doesn't really cool off during the night, and I can't go anywhere for a nice drink or an ice cream. But today, as I mentioned in the message already, we'll have a barbecue later on. My sisters are over here, so I guess I'm mostly looking forward to the sweet corn. I will have to get that later still. They sell it here with some flavoring, and my sister is going to make a potato salad. This one is going to be good as well. Well, I do not want to torture you by talking about good food, so enough of that. Yeah, next Tuesday I'm going to watch a movie in the theater despite my injury. The movie is called Obsession. I think I mentioned it before at some point. Yeah, one of the best horror movies of this year so far from what I've heard. But cutie, I guess that's it for now. I hope your week was better than mine. Have a great weekend, Trey.
That was it? No bye, Daddy? I'm like, wait a minute.
No kisses, no nothing.
And nothing, just drop off. All right. Let's get to Tiffany. She's been on hold for a little while, so we'll get to Tiffany.
Hey guys, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing fine, It's Friday. Complain, of course. We get to send our shout outs to our loved ones out there, so that's always a blessing. I just wanted to start off by saying, hey baby, it's me, of course, your wifey. I just got home. I had to save your son over here. He got locked out of his office, so I had the spare key. But we are home now. We're about to eat. I ordered the kids HD because they wanted fried rice. I ordered JJ and I about some Spanish flour. I got me some steak a la Mexicana, your favorite. But just wanted to let you know the visit went great today. Always laughs and cries with you. I love it. I just wish you were home already, but we just have to be patient. So yes, we're just here. And here's your daughter.
Hi, but I just want you to know that I love you and I want you to come back already so we can make you some fun when you get home.
Yes, that was baby girl. But on behalf of Trop at the FEC Houston, we wanted to send a shout out to his friends, his boys in there. Chopper City said, keep your heads up, boys, in 5 West. Y'all be coming home soon. And I wanted to end this by telling my hubby good night. I love you, baby, and I miss you so much. Mwah. Sweet dreams. Dream about me, and I will talk to you in the morning. Dream about me, too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a great weekend, okay?
You too.
Stay cool out there. I know it's going to be hot, so stay cool.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, that was cute. Dream about me, too. All right, Eva Maria.
Good evening, everybody. This is Eva Maria from Germany. We have something in common now because I had a look at the temperatures in Texas and I realized it's really hot there and it's really hot where we are, although I think it's worse in your place. And tonight I couldn't sleep because of the heat, and I started to pray for the people in the prisons in Texas because I thought, if I can't sleep, at least I can do something for someone else. And I would like to say, in the midst of this heat wave, and I think I know a bit how stressful it can be, all the best and God bless you in the middle of it all. Good night, Eva Maria.
She's always so nice. Okay, let's get to Patty. She's been on hold for a little while. Hey, Patty.
Hello, Dani?
Yes.
This is Lydia. Yeah, Patty and I are up here in Houston.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna visit tomorrow. Yeah. And Patty called on her phone. But we just want to give a shout out to my son. Can you hear me?
I sure can. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. And just to tell him we got here safe. We got here, it was around 8:15, and Amanda made us some delicious tostadas. You know how I love tostadas. I never have them at home though. But she had tinga. It's just pollo guisado, and she put some of that cheese on top, and lettuce and avocado, and she made a salsa. They were really good. So that's what we had for dinner. And the kids are here running around, screaming and yelling, and as always, just fighting with each other. But we'll see you mañana, mijo, si Dios quiere. And I want to give a shout out to, or a happy belated birthday to Woody, and my saludos to Big Will, to Eric, to Roderick, Mark, Brandon, Jeff. Just want to tell you all that you're thought of and in our prayers. And that we'll see. Well, maybe we'll get to see some of y'all tomorrow. And here's Patty. She can do her shout out now. I didn't have to call on my phone.
Hey, everybody. A shout out to Humberto, of course. Want to say happy belated birthday to Woody. Hello to Jeff, Brandon. ¿Quién más? Juan.
Ya les dije.
I think the lady already said everything. Everybody's boys, all the boys. Anyway, Mijito, we're hoping to see you tomorrow, God willing. We're going to leave early in case there's a lot of traffic because of the FIFA. Of course, you know Amanda went to the FIFA. She's crazy.
No, I'm not.
Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Alicia stayed with the boys. He made it home on time. And Theo decided to take me dinner today while I was driving up. So I told him he had to buy me dinner again when I went back. So we love you. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, Mijito, and everything is well. Good night, Papi. We love you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night. Y'all have a great weekend.
Thank you, Shanny.
Bye-bye. Is there another Patty, or is that the same? Oh, it's another one. Okay. Okay, let's do Caitlin.
Hola, Beto. How are you? I hope that you're in good health, spirits, and staying safe, and there's a big smile on your face. As for me, all is good. I'm just at home at the moment. I am going to be leaving for work soon, and Belle is in the backyard having a sunbathe because, yes, we have sun today. Yay! It's actually a really nice day, and we actually got a weather warning for heat, but it's Irish weather warning, which is still, it's not that hot. Other than that, yeah, things are going well. I also want to give a big shout out to the guys, Eric, Mark, Will, Debo, and Rudy. Hope you all are doing good, and know that you all are in my prayers. So, good night, sweet dreams, and stay safe. And to everybody at the prison show, a big, big thank you for making this happen.
Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you so much. All right, we have another Patty on the line, so we're going to get the second Patty. Hey, Patty. That's not Patty.
Her voice changed.
All right, call back, Miss Patty. All right, let's get to Kiki.
Hey, this message is for Rodney Reed at the Plunge Unit. Hey, Rodney, it's Kiki. Just calling to let you know I'm thinking of you and praying for you, waiting for you to call me. I just got done with my physical therapy, and me and Jeff just left the store. We're heading back to my place. So waiting for your call. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful night, wonderful weekend. Dani, Linda, and David, God bless you all. I hope you guys have a great weekend as well. Wonderful week next week, and I will talk to you guys again next week. God bless you all. Love you, Rodney. Mwah. Mwah. Have a good night.
Thank you, Kiki.
There's some kisses.
Yeah, there's some kisses. All right. Well, Mysterious Mike is up next. I don't want kisses from Mysterious Mike.
You might.
No.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike doing his shout-outs for the prison show on the Mighty 90 KPFT. Here's my shout-outs. The guys at Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cuppett, Stephen Russell, Stephen McGee. Shout-out for Philip Perez. Shout-out for Matt, Thomas, Edward Reeves, Adam Wilkerson. Shout-out for Aaron Vasquez. Shout-out for Haas. Shout-out for Keith Money. Tasha wants me to do a shout-out for Payday. Shout-out for Oz. Shout out for Curtis Robertson. Shout out for Jesse Cortez. Shout out for Raymond Lee Cart. Special shout out to Clarence Lee Bowman. Hopefully things are coming along. And I hope everybody's getting ready for the July 4th weekend with the barbecue, fireworks, and celebrating America's 250th birthday. And you can continue to write to Mysterious Mike in care of David Collingsworth, and I'll write you back. And remember to donate during the spring pledge drive and the summer pledge drive to the KPFT Mighty 90 and the historic prison show. And now, everybody, have a good weekend. Adios.
All right, two things. First of all, is the spring pledge drive still up?
Man, they've always got Extension 1 going on.
Oh.
But we're not in pledge drive.
No. Well, I mean, it's not spring anymore outside it.
Pretty summery.
Yeah, it's pretty summery. And I bet right now he is wearing his American flag, big, tall...
Top hat.
Top hat. Yeah, because every time he would wear that. And if you would like to write to Top Hat Mike, write to the prison show 226. I had couldn't think of it for a second. 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, Texas 77371. So be sure to drop him a line, or drop any of us a line. We'll get it if David brings it.
I brought him tonight.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Once in a blue moon.
Once in a All right, let's get to Miss Stacy. I know Miss Stacy has some kisses.
This is to my husband, Sporty Black. Hey, baby love. How's the day been for you? The girls are behaving. Yeah, they're doing well. I'm mending, but still under the weather. I'm especially weak. The weather is nice here. Yeah, it's nice out there, but the rain is in the forecast the weekend. I've been on the machine and placed on the post what public safety. Then I placed on all the T's. Baby, this is just kissing you, our Tucky, and all is well. And I love you so deeply. Mwah. Take care, sweetheart. Mwah. Love you, babe.
She did not sound like she felt good at all. I know several people have been sick lately. All right, even Linda's still not feeling good. So we have some open lines. Let me get that out first. 713-526-5738. And did you want to? Nope, Joanne has no shout outs. Did you have a shout out, Athena? No? Well, we are getting feedback about your ghost story from about the Walls unit. So you are getting great feedback about that, and they would love for you to do more of those stories. So I think she has some plans to do more. Mr. Bryant, Gregory Bryant, I did pass along that information that you suggested about the jails, the county jails around, and some of the I imagine Texas has a lot of those old jails. I know Louisiana had a lot of them, so I imagine.
I've been in some creepy ones myself down south where I'm from.
Oh.
There's only I'm sucking on the mic. How much more?
I know. I know. We can open a can.
We can't hear you. So whenever you're talking and you don't want to use a mic, they can't hear you. I'm calling you Gloria.
She's on the
mic. But it's not on. Nobody knew you was going to talk. There's a microphone over there that's on.
Oh, evidently. You know what?
You don't know how to turn me on.
Yeah.
Amen.
I thought you liked older guys.
Well, you know what? So I imagine a lot of the jails have their history behind them. So, yeah. And where you're from down south?
Yeah. Am I on?
Yeah.
Rio Grande Valley.
No
Okay.
headphones.
So,
can you hear me now?
Am I not on?
No, you're on. He's just aggravating. Thank you. I just didn't have the energy to flip him off right now.
Man, everybody's seen you flip me off. I'll make sure
I know. I'm tired, though. I'm tired. So they want to hear some more of those stories. So I think that she's going to be doing some more. And I thought, Mr. Bryant, that you had something else to say. And you did have something else to say. However, the unit pulled whatever you put down out. They weren't going to send it. You broke a rule. Ooh, mailroom's not happy with you. So anyway, send it back to me and take out whatever you weren't supposed to put in there. I don't know what it was. So anyway, send it back.
Might not want to know.
Yeah, I may not want to know. I hope everything's okay, but I did pass along your message about the jails, and yeah, it was pretty interesting. Everyone felt the same way that I've been hearing from about it. They really enjoyed it.
Did you see your message I put on there from Jason Walker?
Me?
No, I'm Athena.
Athena.
I was looking at her. She's looking around like, who, me? Yeah. Please tell Athena I really appreciate her using her airtime to talk about the Ghosts at Huntsville unit. To show this appreciation, he was going to send you a copy of his book. He said that he's been to walls a few times and he saw stuff there and at McComa unit that'll make your socks roll off or something like that.
Interesting. I love it.
So.
Yeah, I'm so glad we're getting feedback. And I feel like history is so important because it's only doomed to repeat itself if we don't create our own awareness and our own understanding of what already happened when they already did things a certain way.
Amen.
You know.
Amen. Yes. We feel, feel like that about a few things. However.
Not a few things.
I'm going to, because we don't want to upset anyone. All right. So, I do know, now I just lost my train of thought. What the hell? You see
Are you allowed to say that one?
Hell?
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
That's one we can say.
Yeah.
That's one. I have asked repeatedly. It's like, can y'all post those words so I can, because I tend to spew things out that are not.
Well, you can be pissed off but not on.
Oh, correct.
You can say pussy riot but not without the riot.
Yes.
Well, there's, things like that. You can say dookie, but you can't say the other one.
You can say truck.
Yep, but you can't use it with the F.
No, you can't.
Yep.
So anyway, yeah,
there's about 7 of them. They call them the 7 deadlies.
Yeah, and those are the obvious ones. I just don't remember. We used to have them up at the other studio.
Yeah, but they expect us to know them now.
Whatever. Whatever.
Tell Gloria, huh?
Yeah, tell Gloria. Ooh wee! I brought Gloria to that meeting yesterday, and we were on the ride, and I was like, Gloria, you can't cuss, you can't get mad at them, you just can't do it. We are not protesting. We're at a meeting. But she's usually really, really good until like we're walking out the door, then she's.
She didn't bring her bullhorn?
She did not. She did not bring her bullhorn.
That would have been cool. Get up to the pulpit.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That would have been, but I don't want to give her any suggestions.
Well, she'd have got her point across.
You know what she did do, however? All 3 of us went out to eat some Chinese food afterwards, and we were leaving, and Gloria was just walking to the car, not even thinking she stole their cup. she just stole the red cup, and she said, I don't even like the color red. I'm like, what, do you want to walk back in and give it back? No.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right. I think this is number 2, Patty. She's calling back, so let's get her on. Hey, Miss Patty.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to, is that Mr. Mike? Is that his name, Mike?
Yes, Mike.
Tell Mike I'm calling from big old Shepherd, Texas, so howdy, Mike.
Mike talks about Shepherd, America all the time, but I don't even think he's ever been out there.
Shepherd, America, that's right.
Yeah, that's where I live. I live out off of 323.
Oh, my gosh, well... 323 or 223?
Well, right there off of McLean, go make a right and go. I live out at Lake Tejas.
That's 223.
Okay, well, I always go down Stringtown Road, so
I wanted to give a shout out to a couple girls at Lane Mary, Miss Cameron, Marci Hunt, Ashley Calhoun, and Amanda Bolton, and a lady over at Sycamore, Miss Teresa Henderson. I hope they're doing well and staying cool.
Well, thank you, Miss Patty. I hope you stay cool this weekend.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Yep, she's right. It was 223.
Oh, well, I know she was right. I mean, if it's, I was going to agree with her regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, I take the back road, though. I take 2914. They call it Stringtown Road. It's more fun on a motorcycle.
And I know when you ride a motorcycle, because your beard is split in two. When you walk in, it's like, you look like...
Beers by Harley.
Yes, Beers by Harley. All right, so how about... who wants to do those shout-outs? How about Linda?
Go, Linda.
Go, Linda. Go, Linda. Maybe?
You got a microphone right there. I do? Oh, okay.
It's laying on the table. Just pick it up and act like Elvis Presley. Yeah, put it up there.
Oh, I lost my top.
She lost her top. I'm glad I'm not looking.
No, the top to this mic.
Well, you didn't say that.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll do some shout-outs. Ricky Ray Jr. and Ricky Ray Sr., Jason Hendershot, Robert Rios, Arthur Holloway, Nicholas Wolford, Casey Raphael Tyler, C. Tyler, Brittany Gully, Zandon, Sharon McKinney. Hey, Sharon, I don't know if you're listening or not, but I tried to get on there today, and it wouldn't let me. Okay, Vanessa Escobar, Connie Schuler, Don Giovanni, Michael Hood, Glenn Howell, Richard Filan, Vincent Baker, Ken Whitley, John Nance, Arthur Wright, Thomas Craig, Jesus Salazar, Jason Ray Smith, Adolph Dela Cruz, Even Baldemir Guarado, Raymond Shelton, Antone Jones, Antone Duche, Cooper, Mike Timmons, Chris Stafford, Jerome Bryant, Edwin Gus Schneider, Jackie Kester, Benjamin Wiederhoff, Vanessa Escobar, Disc Jockey, Robert T. Lusty, Don Giovanni, Joe Angel Madero, Alex Rigsby, Michael Gabriel Morin, Lauren Godfrey, Forrest Pilo, Desmond McClure, Bill Sims. Hey, Bill, I got your letter today. I'm going to answer you back tonight. CJ, Jaime, Cole, Tyrone Williams, Will Spear, Richard Filan, Ronald Haskell, Franklin Davis, Chauncey Bolton, Lucky Ward, David Wood, Gregory Allen, Kelsey Young, Jerry Caruso, Aaron James Holt, Gustavo Guzman, Kevin Rivers, Joey Vila, David Tripoline, Sebastian Vargas, Garland Harper, Tyrone Jamal Williams, James May, Albert Palermo, James Davis II, James Davis III, John Banos, Karen Otis, Hauser, non-binary Nubian, Bryant Kendrick, Andrew Tenney, Marcus Robinson, Dr. Sean Truitt, Charles Richard, Kevin Lights, Camera Action Jackson, Amelia Breckenridge, Greg Woodard, Coy Simpson, Michael Turner, Michael Faulkner, Alonzo Hayden, William F. Owen Sr., Paul DeVoe, Emmanuel Etienne, Dennis Price, Robert Robertson, Big Flo, and Iron Thunder Horse. Wow, that list is long. I'm all out of breath. Haven't been feeling too good, guys, so sorry if I messed some names up. Y'all have a great week, and talk to you next week.
All right, do you want to do yours, David?
Did you do yours yet?
No, but
Well, go ahead.
Well, you didn't do yours last week, I don't think.
I think I did. A portion of it.
Okay.
I hadn't done the whole thing in a long time because it's grown.
I know. And I'm sorry. When you write to me, I do apologize. I do not put everyone on my shout-out list because
she's bad.
I'm bad. Yeah, I'm bad. Unless you ask me to. If you ask me to, I will do it.
Well,
Absolutely.
everybody don't write all the time, so what I've been doing lately is if they've written me within the last week or so, I'll shout out.
Well, so, Bo. Hey, Bo. Farron, my bestie. Farron, I spoke on your issues yesterday, so hopefully we'll be able to get something done soon. T. Hey, T. Sebastian Vargas. Kelsey Young. Hey, Kelsey, we're kind of worried about you, so please drop me an email. I'm going to send you something. Check on you. Larry at the Huntsville unit. Hey, Larry. Britt Rapowski. Troy Glover. Hey, Troy. I hope you got my message I sent you. Greg Bryant. Like I said earlier, hey, your message was removed. I know you sent one, but it was removed. Travis Fletcher. I hope that you can hear us again one day. Eddie at the Wainwright unit. Brandon. Hey, Brandon. Joel at Hughes. Jay and Chucky at Win unit. Leroy, what's up, man? You haven't called me. Call me. Brian. Jeff Pribble. I sent that to your friend Jason today. I sent that over what I sent you about the Newberry case. Will Spear, Rexalicious. Hey, Rexalicious. And I did, hey, Chili Red. We told Gloria yesterday that your name is no longer Chili Red, it's Chili Mac. So she is aware that Chili Mac is now your name. So, and of course, great big hugs and an occasional smooch to CJ. So, and we have a caller, but is it Desiree? Desiree? Okay. Hey, Desiree.
Hello.
Go ahead with your shout out.
Oh, we're shouting out to Uncle Isidro from Polinsky Unit, and we just wanted to tell him that we love him, we miss him. Really?
I love you, and I miss you, and I hope you have fun, and I know you're listening.
Hey, Uncle Isidro, I love you, I miss you, and I hope to see you soon.
Hey, brother, just calling to see, just giving a shout out to say that I love you, and haven't heard from you in a while, and I know your tablet's messed up, but hopefully you can get a new one soon. That way we can hear your voice again. I guess we'll be waiting on your call.
Are you still there?
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
That would be it. Sorry.
Can you let him know that if he needs assistance in getting a new tablet, definitely for his mom or someone to give Linda or I a message, drop us a message, and we'll help in any way we can.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, thank you. You have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Or see you laters.
Yep. They're constantly texting, and they know we're on the air. It's kind of funny.
Who's texting? Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting them left and right.
You see, I'm not on that app too much. And when I make a habit of trying to log on and look at it, I never have anything. And
yeah, I was riding in tonight, and they just kept popping up, and they've been popping up the whole show. So.
Oh.
It's like, oh, it's Friday night. It's the prison show. And then they remember they can text me.
That's funny.
William Greer, he said, please tell Dani and company I said hello and I love your show.
Hey, Mr. Greer. Yeah. Tell him we love him.
Eric Hensley, shout out to Eric Hensley. He was talking about ghosts, and then he went off talking about some other stuff. He kind of
went
like the wind. Jason Walker, Justin Stolick, James McElreath, Gypsy Allman. Man, one of your buddies even texted. It said, shout out from Gypsy, me and the boys on D2 in West Virginia. Woohoo, West Virginia. Yeah. Jonathan Tyler, Warnell Thomas, Connor Schuyler, Shane Kaufman, Michael Perez, Charles Rothman, Derek MacArthur, Russell Engel Jr., Frederick Young, Angel Osagura, Richard Jumper, Joseph Hernandez, Anthony Thomas, Marvin Covington, Terry Taylor, Charles Greer, Roy Forbes, Zachariah Areola, Robert T. Lusty, Joseph Verbos, Tiffany Cheeks. She told me good morning. It's a little late. Anyway, Kwame Teague, that's Dutch. Dutch said he had a new, let's see, he's got a new book or a new show. See, anyone willing to donate? Let's see, anyway. Wants him to contact his wife. He's trying to do a new book is what it is. So
David.
What?
The one that said good morning?
Yeah, Tiffany Cheeks.
Maybe it's 1 o'clock somewhere.
1 o'clock somewhere?
In the morning?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it could be a couple hours difference. Yeah. It'd be close, though, wouldn't it?
Or maybe you're late reading it.
Maybe. But no, it was just a little while ago. It's like, I don't know. She was the one that Coco hollers out to also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd have to look up and see in the context portion where they're actually at. But I don't think it's quite that early or late, whatever. It could always be me. You never know about me.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm saying it's probably you.
And then let me swap apps over here if it'll let me in. You never know about Securus.
Yeah, amen. Amen.
Yeah, they're saying they're having a system issue.
When aren't they having a system issue? I mean, it's constant.
It was working earlier. Cornelius Robinson, I know you're fixing to get out, and Jason Weissong wants to holler at you, so I'm thinking maybe all three of us can get together sometime, maybe go out and have dinner. I'm not sure where you're paroling to, but if you're getting out around the Huntsville area or Houston area, let us know. If it's not, then let us know where you are getting out at, and we'll track you down. Dennis Price, 3RD. I didn't play it during the show tonight, but I'm going to put your video out there on the, what are we calling that? The extras?
The extras, yeah.
The extras.
The extras.
So you guys want to catch the extras, make sure that you tune into the video. And I want you guys to tell everybody about the video. We're getting a lot of people watching. Mm-hmm. Whenever I was on Edovo today and I was looking, there's 213,000 people that have been logging on to Edovo to watch the prison show.
That's amazing.
It's a lot of people.
A lot of people.
But whenever I look at like individual units, some units will have 5,000-6,000 people watching, and the other units may have 2 people watching. So it's catching on, but it's like a landslide. And they had a graph, and they showed us starting way out in December of last year or whatever, and now we're way up here at 213,000. So
that's amazing.
And the graph didn't go up and down. It's just steadily gone up. So,
you know, one thing I wanted to mention, unless otherwise specified, you know, we really don't like the whole letters that include
all the stuff.
Yeah, all the extra stuff. If we specify that, that's one thing. But most of us aren't specifying that.
Are you talking about the booties and the
I feel
toes?
like Linda's Foot Chronicles.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think that's kind of funny.
Jason Walker said if we didn't want the ones about the feet, he'd take them.
That's freaking awesome. No, we do appreciate the feet, because, you know, it's cute. I don't know about other stuff.
I got a lot of,
but there's the visits and things. I don't do all those video visits.
I got a lot of boyfriend applications. I would say.
That is a great way to put it.
Yeah. I don't need no boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't need no boyfriend. You need a girlfriend?
That's always... Girlfriends are good to have around, right? Because they actually do shit around... Stuff around
the
house. Excuse me.
Girl!
I will shout out to Mr. Frank Gonzalez. I will not be accepting your boyfriend application, but shout out to you. And lights, camera, action, Jackson. Just because I love all the letters that he sent me. He's
awesome.
Always a joy. Yeah.
Shout out to Jay Van Story and Big Will. Can't forget Big Will.
Big Will. I talked to Jay today, and he
sent me a message earlier.
Yeah, he's supposed to call me tomorrow so we could talk more. But, yeah, he's awesome. Love Jay.
So I think the extras are catching on, even though they've been out there a couple of weeks now.
Mhm.
So, I don't know. I had talked to Jay Dan Gum. I thought he was going to shout out tonight. But he was telling me some of the history of some of the extras and some of the people that have gotten in trouble for extras, but it was on a different app.
It was.
So, I don't know. He said that he thought it was unfair of them the way they did it. The other guy, I don't know which ministry it was or whatever, but he called it hodgepodge, and he would have the whole video full of hodgepodge. Well, remember when we tried to get on Pando, they wanted us to sign a contract promising we'd preach Jesus. So I would think that a whole video of hodgepodge is not preaching Jesus, and so that's probably why they got in trouble.
Unless there's a hodgepodge mix of, and one thing was, maybe, I don't know.
But Edovo wouldn't let us put the movie on, I'm Ready Warden, without educational. So they may ding us if it's not educational or prison show related. So we'll call it extras, and we'll figure out how we can get it on there.
Yeah, the church guy is on Edovo, and he does the extras, so that's why I even brought it up to you. And I can't remember his name. I keep forgetting to ask.
Well, Jay said that like him and his daughter went on the 4th of July last year or whatever, and they were doing fireworks. But it was him and his daughter, and they were talking about it and watching it, and then he had some kind of little sermon that he put along with it, and that way all the guys could see the fireworks. So, I mean, he made it to where it complied, I guess is the right way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
So we just got to watch what we do. I mean, I can't do the dancing spider all the time, but I thought that was pretty cool. I slipped it in there. So, and Chan Chan, we got Chan Chan on there. And I won't put on the video, the Chan Chan video that I sent you earlier.
I was like, what is Chan Chan?
Yeah, well, whenever I looked it up,
he's a precious creature.
And then she sent me pictures of the dog and said, "This is my Chan Chan." And I'm like, well, that's not what Chan Chan really is.
Yeah, y'all had me lost. I was like,
that is what my Chan Chan is, okay?
Yeah.
Chan Chan
Well, I'll send you the Chan Chan video then, so you'll know what Chan Chan is.
Yeah. I was like all confused. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's almost like pole dancing.
I have to send you guys the video of him fighting with a crawfish out there at the property.
Now that I would have.
Yeah.
That I would have.
Yeah, and if you guys don't send me extras, then I have to find extras. So if you guys have videos or pictures or whatever, your normal everyday life or your trip to work or Chan Chan or whatever you got, your kitty cats.
I got a lot. I got a lot I can send you.
Well, come on with it. You can put it on that joint video, that messenger we got, and I can download them.
Okay. All right.
I'll steal them.
You'll steal them?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. So look, I'm looking at the clock over here, and it's almost time for Skyla Dawn again. So y'all stay tuned, and man, listen to Skyla Dawn on Damage Control, because they'll be jamming tonight, I promise you.
Always. Y'all have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
See you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school, he's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. It's prison radio. From Paris to Polanski, bonjour, more. In my dreams, I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. The man with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This thing's my love. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a
I'm calling from New Caney. Say hi to my brother Bill. He's doing 3 to 5, but we all love him still. He won't be home for Christmas or for my 12th birthday. We visit every other weekend and we tell him we're okay. His lawyer said don't worry, it was his first offense. He's gonna get probation and a firm slap on the wrist. A wrong place at the wrong time. He's not that bad a guy, but the judge's wife had left him and the only witness lied. Although he's only 17, they say he is a man. A child my brother rode away inside that prison van. So say hi to my brother Bill, and thanks for taking my call. It's nice to know there is a voice heard deep inside those walls. No matter how many doors they lock, well, they can't keep you away. It's nice to know you're out there, the prison show with Ray. I'm calling from Victoria, my boys in LS1. Your mom and me both love you, I know you know that, son. We'll be up in just 2 weeks, be sure that you're on time. You know how your mother gets when she has to wait in line. Your sister is just doing fine, you know she turned 16. She hadn't learned to use a clutch, it's the damnedest thing I've seen. The lawyers called 2 days ago about a motion they're gonna use. I don't know all the details, but I pray it is good news. You gotta hang in there, son. I know the days are long. I also know you can do it, 'cause you always been headstrong. So say hi to my son Jim, and thanks for taking my call. It's nice to know there is a voice heard deep inside those walls. No matter how many doors they lock, well, they can't keep you away. It's nice to know you're out there, the prison show with Ray. It's nice to know you're out there, the prison show with Ray.
If you got people that's locked up, put some money on their books, you know what I'm talking about? Because commissary is very necessary. Everybody locked up that can hear me and see me, man, it's a better day out here.
Commissary is necessary. Trying to find out, better read PhD. How you living your best life and your people crying out. Book a visit, write a letter, it's not gonna hurt to take some time out. Commissary is necessary. Trying to find out, better read PhD. How you living your best life and your people crying out. Book a visit, write a letter, it's not gonna hurt to take some time out. Too many young kings get lost in the tide. That's why Third gave you the game and prison survivor guide. Bro solo, come ain't fake, love will get your line. And it might not be no second chance when you crossing that line. Say to you, tell the bro don't crash. Ain't nothing cool by losing time that you can't get back. And when them lights cut out, you gon' see who real. A few letters and calls, but not a silent life and your people crying out. Book a visit, write a letter, it's not gonna hurt to take some time out. Commissary, it's necessary. If you're trying to find out, better read PhD. How you living your best life and your people crying out. Book a visit, write a letter, it's not gonna hurt to take some time out.
Prison Survival Guide, written by Prison Survival Guide, written by Dennis 3RD Richardson.